That's NRF, will join us discussing issues of axle load and all those kinds of things, implementation and all that. Before that, we will talk the things that matter. We also have what is believed to be the late Senator Johnson's final words. And love him, hate him. We've said a whole lot about his negatives, but this is going to shed some light on the mindset of the senator then. I'm very interested in the portion about education, his passion for it. There's some important things to glean from what he said. But we'll play that for you. Talk about other things that really do matter to our country. Share the video. Invite others to join in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from. We're also live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube as well. So yeah. You build your world on lies and illusion, but you never know that this is the conclusion. No chance, no hope for those who kept it going, cause you never know that the truth was showing. And if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. The president has, while we're doing at the arrest agenda, we gave you the latest from there. He was somewhere on yesterday at some maternity, at some clinic in the pipeline area. We'll lend our thoughts to that. And different things. I also had quite an experience. I just passed through somewhere today. An entity. I'll tell you about that. But this is the OK Conversation on OK FM 99.5. I still can stay. Don't go anywhere. My name is Julius J. This is indisputably the biggest thing on radio anywhere in Liberia at this time. Chadian President Mohamed Idris Deby has defended his decision to break military ties with France, saying at a news conference Sunday that their defense pact no longer meets Chad's security needs. The decision requires France to withdraw its troops from the Central African nation and echoes growing anti-French sentiment with civil society groups who say it is long overdue. We go have Russia coming in. Joe Biden has begun his long anticipated infrastructural development, physical infrastructural development. I say that here. It seems they are considering that as well. Nigeria's anti-graft agency has said it has made its biggest ever seizure of assets alleged to have been purchased with the proceeds of corruption. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, announced that it has taken possession of a large housing estate comprising more than 750 properties in the capital, Abuja. When I was there, I was shown some houses that were seized by the EFCC that government is using, and they have seized a large housing estate that comprises what? 750 properties in Abuja. That's walking the talk and talking the walk, whatever it is, whatever it means. That's how you want anti-corruption bodies to move. The agency did not reveal exactly who had owned the land and luxurious homes, but its statement said they belonged to a former high-ranking member of government. Seized. Yeah, that's how you do it. Let's take a very, very quick break with some of our sponsors. There's a whole lot to run over, to run through. And we will be right back. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Let's take some. We'll take others later, and then others later.
Internet service, fast, reliable service for your home and your office. Unlimited service with the best coverage. You better choose Connect. 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 Choose Connect. Connect. Connect.
The gist of pride, so smooth, so fine. From coast to coast, we are feeling free. Lone Star beer for you and for me.
Hey, baby, what are you talking about?
It's Lone Star beer.
Lone Star beer? Tell me more about it, baby.
Yes, Lone Star beer, the newest beer in town. It refreshes your mind, cools your temple after a stressful day of work. Try a bottle and you will surely love it.
Wow.
Okay,
so
yeah.
refreshing.
You
Where can I
already
find Lone Star beer?
Lone Star beer
No, text
is
it, text it,
available
yeah,
in
text it.
shops, stores, and marketplaces. It is proudly brought to you by So Premium. For sales and inquiries, call your number +231 555 364105. Lone Star beer. Drink responsibly for 18 years and above.
For my African girls, then.
What? I tell every day Freddie forgot to go to the bank. Then the traffic said that easy. By the time you reach the last, I will make you scared. Hey man, I was shopping for my children for the Christmas season.
You are here too hard. What can carry you to the bank again? You can get tired? Every day, bank, bank, bank. How much in your account set before you wasting transportation?
I know that just smart you. I want to go shopping for my children for the season.
But you need to go to the bank. You can pay right from your phone.
You Lehana?
Well, I thought the last time I downloaded the EcoBank mobile app for you.
Yes, I still got it.
So you can use it. Go on the app and go to pay merchant. You can scan and pay for your goods. You can also buy LEC credit. You can pay your water bill. You can buy a scratch card all right from your telephone.
I forgot. I remember I used it to shopping at the supermarket before.
So you can use it again. It's also available at restaurants, boutiques, hotels, and even provision shops all over Liberia. Just make use of the EcoBank mobile app this Christmas season and avoid that stress of standing in a queue.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
By popular request, your number one people-centered radio station, OK FM 99.5, once again presents the OK Health Walk under the theme Promoting a Healthy Lifestyle for a Healthy Nation. On December 14th at 6 a.m. prompt, we will be walking from Congo Town opposite the SOS Clinic through the principal streets of Sinko to the Antoinette Tubman Stadium, where the health walk will be climaxed with free health screening and refreshments. To all fans, ardent listeners of OK FM, social and fitness clubs, our fellow media colleagues, one and all, come join us to climax the year with a healthy lifestyle while we create the environment for great networking opportunities for your various businesses. The energy is going to be electrifying with live brass band music to keep us alive and energized. To be a sponsor of this OKFM landmark event, reach out to the business office where a special media package awaits you. Mark your calendars. On December 14th, OKFM shuts the city down. Health is wealth, so join us in promoting that healthy lifestyle. And with OK, everything is okay. See you on December 14th.
Yes, indeed. December 14, let's be there. Join us. And it promises to be quite a time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this, folks. Yep. Welcome back. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. We know that the Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority of Liberia, Madame Emma Metier Glasgow, has officially disclosed the country's readiness, that is Liberia, to host the 15th Ministerial Conference of the Fisheries Committee for West Central Gulf of Guinea, FCWC, in Monrovia from the 11th to the 13th of December 2024. She had an interview yesterday. Different media people from different entities interviewed her on state radio, talking about a whole lot of things about the sector. And the Moroccan vessel that came to Liberia on a research, I believe, has concluded that. And there are even some documentation of perhaps the quantity, the quality of fish, very expensive fish worldwide, that we have within our waters. How can we ensure that the country is benefiting from such rich, nutrient-filled resource that is good for the human body? This is why these kinds of meetings are important, in terms of how all of these countries are going to work together, are going to collaborate, and how the country can benefit if you have different actors and players coming in, So all of that, a whole lot needs to go into that. Former Finance Minister Samuel Toure and others, in that case, are expected to appear Wednesday, that is tomorrow, to respond to allegations of money laundering, economic sabotage, criminal conspiracy, among others. They will be appearing in court. The first issue of the bond has been thrashed out by the court. Now the actual case is supposed to begin. So we will be watching what the court may do. We are hearing the Supreme Court may or could rule into the matter on Capitol Hill maybe tomorrow also. That is what we're hearing. Not very authentic yet, but we're watching to see. So yesterday we were going home, and when we flipped to Stick Radio News, and we're carrying the story about the president joining his wife to dedicate a refurbished ward, the maternity ward of a health center in Pipeline. And the president said this country will not go backwards. I promise we'll do our best to make it better. Those are positive and very good things to say. But wars are just wars until they are put into real action. And when I saw the pictures of the place they went, and so yeah, the maternity ward of that clinic. In fact, they say Pipeline Health Center. That's the name of it. It's you will wonder why they made the decision to carry the president there. One would think perhaps they will do a little more, refurbish the entire building, the entire structure, except not just a maternity ward. Because the way it looks around it and all of that, having your photo and name on bed sheets and all those kinds of things. When we say we want not business as usual, and we want to do it differently, we should do it the best way. We cannot do the same ways or the same things that we critiqued. We keep repeating them. We carry the president there to that kind of place. I mean, I don't know, but sometimes some people should be punished for those kinds of things. If an initiative is undertaken that a president will go to dedicate, it is not about the size, it's about the quality. And how you just do it to the best of your ability for the community, for the people. But that was not the case. It was just terrible to see. It's almost like force good news, force things to happen. No. No. Because after 1 or 2 days, you go back down there. It goes back to square one. You don't treat presidents like that. The same way they told him to Canada, he came back, he got vexed, he took some actions. Not taking from there. You don't do those things. It's not okay. And some of these things, the president should take action on these people so that it is known that he doesn't condone it. If no action is taken, and it goes just like that, it appears like, okay, he endorses it. It should just be for the news. Oh, the government did something, or the government supported something, or the president dedicated something. No, it shouldn't just be for that. Okay, so President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. Today chaired the National Steering Committee to officially endorse the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development as the new Liberia National Development Plan, signaling a new chapter in Liberia's development journey. This is from the Executive Mansion, posted 37 minutes ago. Addressing a diverse gathering of government officials, development partners, private sector representatives, and civil society leaders, President Boakai outlined his administration's bold vision to tackle Liberia's most pressing challenges through inclusive, transformative strategies. In his remarks, President Boakai emphasized the importance of the AARD and the accompanying county development agendas as instruments to combat multidimensional poverty, improve livelihoods, and foster equitable progress across the nation. This is a defining moment for Liberia, said President Boakai, adding, The arrest agenda represents a comprehensive strategy to address food insecurity, inadequate access to essential services, governance issues, and economic stagnation. He furthered that together we will transform our nation into one that offers hope, prosperity, and equality for all. The arrest agenda prioritizes 6 critical development drivers: agribusiness, that is boosting food security and creating sustainable jobs; roads and infrastructure, enhancing connectivity and economic access; rule of law and governance, strengthening institutional trust and combating corruption. We already feel rule of law, so more has to go there too. Education and human capital development, empowering Liberians, especially the youth, with skills and knowledge. Sanitation, ensuring access to clean water and improved public health. Tourism, leveraging Liberia's natural beauty and cultural heritage to diversify the economy. The president highlighted the role of collaboration in achieving the AARD's ambitious goals, calling on all stakeholders, including the government, private sector, development partners, civil society, and Liberians in the diaspora, to actively participate in the agenda's implementation. Liberia's development is a collective responsibility. The success of the arrest agenda depends on how well we work together, use our limited resources effectively, and remain accountable to our citizens, he stated. President Boakai also underscored the importance of involving Liberia's youth, describing them as critical drivers of innovation, entrepreneurship, and social progress. To our young people, you are the enablers of change. We are committed to equipping you with the tools to lead our country into a brighter future, he assured. The endorsement of the AARD and CDAs comes as Liberia prepares for the 2025 fiscal year and positions the agenda as a cornerstone of Vision 2030. President Boakai pledged that these plans will remain dynamic and responsive, adapting to the evolving needs of the Liberian people while staying aligned with the nation's broader goals of prosperity, sustainability, and inclusivity. The president closed with a call to action for unity and collective effort. Let us dare to think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia, the Liberian chief executive implored. So, this endorsement means now that then they will go now, put it together and print it, I believe. So, endorsement is not launching. So maybe a little more explanation. So they endorse it. They've been having different consultations and different meetings. So they endorse it. So today was the endorsement. And they'll have to launch it. Then we'll get the document now. Then we'll open it up and see what is contained therein. But give and take, almost a year has already gone. And the government's agenda for development is still not in our hands. But hopefully very soon we should be able to have it. And that is what they should be judged by. Okay. So, okay. Part of the problems we have in our country is being able to maintain what we have and ensuring the effective usage of what we have, maintain it, benefit from it. So since I came to Monrovia 2005, 19 years ago, some of you listening to me were not born. Some of you were just babies. You know, I can say taking bath outside. It was 19 years ago. Time flies. I have never entered that entire compound. It was today that I passed through. I didn't know it was that huge. Uh, and 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 the impression that I got was it was a bold vision because I read the act here, the other day, the act creating the National Transit Authority. A bold vision, but with a minimalist mindset. That's oxymoronic, isn't it? It's ironic that someone will have a bold, big vision, but still approach it with a minimalist, simplistic mindset, and that's what they did. So you have the big, big fans. The place is huge, and then you have the first of all the office building. They're small, sitting down there. Yeah, for some, we don't just see things that other people see. But if you chose to have like an office there looking at for an interior that is, it tells me the thought process is you enter the office and you get tired. You get really stressed when you stretch when you hit wall. Now, that's a problem. But that's not the thing I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is that entity. I told you all from way back, there are certain entities I'm interested in. Water and sewer, fire service, NTA, housing, because their impact on the people, especially the ordinary people who are poor, people who cannot afford, their impact is instantaneous. It's not like education that will take years. Or their impact, once they are functioning well, is instantaneous. If you have a fully functioning NTA, it's instantaneous. People will pay less to commute here and there. It will have them save cost. Some may not have to be begging people for $100 to pay their way in taxi or keke or whatsoever to go home, because NTA is available, it goes on time, they can readily have it at all times, right? That's why I'm interested in the effective functioning of these kinds of entities. If energy is building low-cost houses for poor people in the country that they are able to access and all of that, if there is support, directly poor people are impacted. People who may not in their lifetimes be able to live in a good concrete structure, if government can make them do that. So if fire service can be very effective and there's fire somewhere, if water and sewer can have water running everywhere, electricity, their impact is significant. So then I got a call this morning, when we know the previous government, NTA was one of the worst, perhaps around 0% in terms of performance and whatsoever. We made that noise there. We even did shows where a whole lot of you, when we asked you why is the worst entity, you were ranked NTA, water and sewer. That time they were very terrible. They were very terrible. So I enter the place and I see a whole lot of buses. A whole lot of them broken down. And I'm like, but a whole lot of them were new. They were new buses given to the previous administration. So we did not maintain them. As a country, we did not maintain them. If we could maintain those new buses as we should have, they would have still been effective today. So the current administration says it's trying to refurbish some of them. They've started doing it. According to them, they did a good number of refurbishment within our process. They went to work one morning, and whoever it is cut a whole lot of the wires, those electrical wires and all of that under the buses. Cut them. They had to find extra money to do replacement. This money again, and that's why carry me there, two of the buses that run to, I think they run out of town, Kantari somewhere. They brought him to the fence for washing and all that kind of stuff. Only this money again, they realized someone caught the wires inside. They had to go find $480 to replace. Like, how do we do that? And I noticed that there is no CCTV there yet. So I said, well, this is something, as much as it may be expensive or whatsoever, but you need that. I would think we should be pushing government to help those entities to wake up, to come to a certain level, because they are able to run themselves once they are fully operational. People go somewhere every day, so NTA will definitely make money. According to their act, they're supposed to be doing a whole lot of things. I want yeah, that's why I said a big vision. The yard is so big. NTA is supposed to be selling brand new cars for government. Yes. And that's why they had that big fence like that. I think behind them said they still have some holding up down there. Right? It has not been able to get to that point because how it has been managed. And then the other boy trying to live here small. And then because the way I look at the place, but this may not be an outsider. It doesn't look like someone jumped over a fence. This looks like from within. So you all need to investigate. The point I'm making is we're way behind. We do not have. Eh? Why do we try to spoil the small that we have? As the budget will be on Capitol Hill the day our lawmakers decide to talk about it. And time and space for them to reach to the level where the House will start discussing the budget before I jump inside it too. Those kinds of entities deserve more. You know, that's how you can tell the citizens, that's how citizens can know you're making an impact in their lives. No, they will not have the same cars that you're driving around, but they should have public transport that is affordable, that is available, that is accessible. Yes. They may not need your huge SUVs, your $90,000 cars, and they may not need that. But deliver to them what they should. And looking at that place, what I saw, if you really invest in that place can contribute to government budget in 2-3 years. If you really make it to come up to speed. They're able. They should be able. And I hope they can have the innovation with the support to get to that level. Because just imagine an NTA that can even do half of what its act says. All the things that they are able to do, get into partnerships, public-private partnerships, sell different vehicles for government, to the public. That could reduce the cost of the sale of vehicles and all of that. It can happen. So I just need to pass that by to tell us that we have a whole lot. We are talking about fish resources. We have natural resources, but we also have things eh, that we can do that can make governance better, that can make the country work, that can bring in more money, that can create more employments for people. Get one big space, very wide, completely underutilized. I really hope we get there. You know, other leaders in other countries, these are the kinds of places they pay attention. They pay very significant attention to these kinds of places. If you can have these buses, 2 or 3 running to each county, 2 or 3 running to each district in Monserrato, always readily available. You know, government may not even need to be transport minister. Oh, the price, transport price kind of it cut down to this. You may not even need to do it. Commercial drivers by themselves will build the before to bring it down. Oh, in Rwanda, when Paul Kagame made public education more enviable, when even money people were taking their children from private schools, eh, and sending them to public schools. Private schools started closing. Some even started begging government, oh, government, please take over our school. Yeah. Government, please, we beg you to take over our school. So these things can happen. Other people do it. It is not magical. Public transport in other places is very effective. It's not magical. I hope the team there can have the vision, the bold vision. But saboteurs, people who try to do bad things, to push works backward, it's not okay. And really, we need more investments in those places. Energy, you know? It can help. Oh. Okay. Let's take this final one. Like I said, I feel very compelled to play this because we've talked a whole lot about Senator Prince Johnson, the bad, a whole lot, small good. But this, I'm told, maybe his last words on things happening in the country, and they're very important. It goes to the thinking of the man. Listen,
So you can't even depend on the fees to even pay the instructor before running the institution.
Because the parents are not employed.
Yeah, yeah.
The parents are not employed. How would they pay fees? So it's sorry for so we got to go out there. Yeah, I see.
How the enrollment in the school this year, the university?
Oh, got 300 something. Because many people dropped there. And as we revamp the other departments, it will be back.
Yeah. It's just about when you say the parents are not employed, but that structure you put down there, if we are looking at external and thing, there are the country looking at about that's some more money invested on it.
The school, in few months, 2-3 months, will open the dormitory.
Okay.
No school gets a dormitory in the Republic. 110 bedroom.
Wow.
When you get inside the hall, you start working.
But I've been there. We went there in December. I saw that place.
So when we finish, we'll call it the first book to kind of open the place. And all.
Yeah.
We'll open it and open the student center.
Okay.
We'll furnish it.
Okay.
Government's supposed to help. They don't help.
Yeah.
Later I got in school, they gave me 150,000. 150,000, you can't cover the need.
You can even pay you can pay teachers for one semester.
You can pay.
You can pay
All you pay for money business, then the million will be $150. So they just dosing.
Yeah. But then the budget you approved for the educational sector. Then what the budget goes? Because they go budget the recap budget you give ministry education almost 111 million.
I said I can't afford. I can't afford paying the all of that. And that's for help. So now go out there looking for support.
Yeah, but I think that the only way God thank you that at least the people were able to come to see the type of structure that you build and the work you do. So I believe that they will be happy. The way they may school.
If you go to that auditorium, no school can start auditorium for the not even the end.
But I didn't hear you are not hear you get auditorium. That place when we walk in that channel building, when the tag can be shaking, somebody plays a movie and then that old building, but when you go down the way the dirty say nothing, man. You fend on campus and nothing. I think the player only small player, I think that campus, the main campus. The main campus, there's some places when you go there, you can feel discouraged. And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say, even if we are just getting you $1 million for the budget year, every year they give you $1 million, you do. If I land on it.
If I were president of this country, God show you his wonder. You never believe it. During the war, people were stealing money, people were selling law, were selling oil and material and resources to promote the war. I sold nothing. When I got to Monrovia, I kept $8.7 million that go out in the bank, kept it, we protected it, and turned it to innocent. Are you talking this?
Yeah.
To tell my brother that during the war, if I could give you money and then take it, and told my men, if you break down, I will execute you. If you rape, I will kill you. That it means that in peace time, I will enforce the law.
Yeah.
As an individual, you feel like that in university. If I am educated and collecting taxes from people and getting foreign support, in the university Liberia will be the best in the country because I will rebound it first, and then look for another rebound it to the best of my ability. That will be attractive. People will come from different countries to come to school.
Yeah.
But you see here, my son, we told Joshua for one. Then a footballer. A football the very country. A football bring medicine there.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
How will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Just mean.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here, no ambition, no hate, no tea.
When he was 20 years old, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. They were doing hotel over own. She was traveling from country to country. Kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. It does not have that contact. Yes.
That's true.
So nobody will come here, believe me. And with the breaches of our laws, they're breaking the law up and down. Who will be brave and bring
moving people for you, tell you positions, didn't it?
Tell me position, so who will be brave? Who will be brave and bring money here?
Yeah, because you hear the American people say that they rule of law. Now, so if you can't follow the rule of law, who will be brave? just can't invest into the country because investor will come to invest when the country is peaceful because of everything. They become law because a lot of people will be on your. And let the leadership decision you took the free time and say you're not saying communication with the issue that they can be settled. Because if there's not any communication to a lot of people, they will think that you're supporting, a lot of people you're supporting, a lot of people are thinking that was the best decision you took.
You know what happened is whoever is supposing the removal of automatic, I don't want to know.
Okay.
But the thing is that if you got genuine reasons, which they say they have, let them go to their chamber, their own chamber.
Okay.
Let Fanatic sit down in front of them, resign, and then they really charge it to him. He will recuse himself.
Yes.
Recusing himself is not removing him.
Yeah.
He got to face the investigation first.
Yeah.
When he is investigated by the committee that will be set up, when he is guilty, then they will meet again in the chamber and take a vote to go in.
Yeah, even the other guys who behind him, they are saying consistently. They say, I know you're bringing a complaint and a factual, and the complaint is factual against him. Without saying by him, we all will take the vote. But let the man be given a fair trial. They'll give him opportunity to express himself. But they don't want to do it. But that is the issue because some of them are even doing that thing. If the investigation is done, some of them will find they're saying to it, some of them will find they're saying to it. We not know that the way some of us are still in this country. Some of us will waste me and find out on a job where you know how much money is stole. It's stole. That means
people are scared. It's stole.
Yeah. So they don't want for their blood to be brought outside. So all they want is the Makune were there. We know how the Makune got money here. So if they bring that in and look with their name and all will be inside. So that whole fight down there, they're not sincere fight. That's what we've been saying. They're not sincere fight. So the issue is they may want to disgrace or they may want to mail for the people to look out bad. They will see that they may disgrace or they will be bad. So that is the fight. But yet then you say, I mean that the person he said, you give the man a trial, then the man go, the man will refuse himself. Then let the man be given a trial. When the man investigate the man, you can't take the vote. The highest will be. And they can remove senator or they remove speaker. But you just get it, you go see that the man please say the man move. So that way for the Supreme Court. Yeah. So yesterday they went to the Supreme Court. Let's see the outcome of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court
will not do anything different than following the rule of law.
Okay.
Like all financial law we're doing then, I just see a school talking about politics. You can win the legal side, but we win politics. No. You must accord him due process.
Okay. All right.
Due process, transparency, politics is a daily game.
Okay. All right. But that the one they don't want to do. And you think when they do it, the man will resign too?
The man will not resign. Then the court will be on the statement, you cannot move the man. And another thing is this. The deputy speaker does not induct the speaker into office. It is the chief clerk.
Oh, okay, all right.
But the Thomas Farah who did it, so you're wrong.
So is the chief clerk that so had the election?
Yes, the chief clerk is supposed to have the election to induct the mayor, to induct Richard Quinn in office. He did not do it. So when deputy speaker who did it, which is wrong.
And the Constitution does not call for that?
The Constitution calls for the chief clerk.
Okay.
Then, apart from that, to show you how God confused and confounded their minds and their thoughts and everything, Richard Kuhn put his left hand up as he was taking the oath of office instead of the right hand.
So, because you know the thing, Papa, was just the men were rushing by with it, they were doing the thing, so they got confused and just brought out to that place. Yeah. And the executive too need to be careful because the executive now that provides security now for Richard Kuhn. And when they went there yesterday, they say they're not part of it. So the Justice Ministry and the Solicitor General say they're not part of it. Yeah.
So Boyka has fired himself in the leg with political bullet.
Okay.
He caused confusion in the country. Already no company coming. Nobody will come in. He does not know anybody around the world. No Western president, you know.
I'm telling you.
We go to China to go sell 13 billion to do all refinery. America will not agree.
Okay.
America will block it.
Now look at the issue about the scholarship. I mean, you are following the scholarship issue. Now the issue of they said they came back and they said they are skin. When people said it yesterday, they said, oh, they suspend all of for nothing. Because the men said they vote in our skin. Now you suspend the man because you say the man, you the government now you can't that. Then what's the better grace being doing to that place? Now what's spoon they were talking about? Why they make us fire some better grace? Even that woman from foreign affairs will go. Because it's the lado people they collected 238 people for this currency thing. Then why is a scam? If really keen to fight corruption, as people were saying, yeah, you really keen to fight corruption. People corrupting well or not need your food. Why you get fired then? Because the better grace be like your friend. They're making a money here for national and you are not even minister. Why you keeping the man there?
They say what they will just be a 6 year different people coming.
Yeah.
Oh no, now we know election.
You'll be told, but we don't want to get the payment. I'm big here. Remember to come.
Lima is angry that Cole and Bottle was trying to sell off for the worker code. And they play.
No, they feel that the worker code, they were coming cut to. But that whole thing is scam. They were doing it for you to put fear you or put fear in all of people and things. But I think that meant it didn't people really sincere, but I think they're not really sincere. They just were doing it for people to go fear it. Worker code. The country is peaceful. For the type of development that you are doing in Nima, without university that you build, the impact you're making, like you think who will go sit down here for you to look at you, for somebody to just can't take you off for the country. You know how many people are attached to you? In life, when you have to do something more thing, you know how many people are attached to you? That today, God forbid, if even somebody here, you know how many people will lose opportunity, you know how many people will lose job? If the county senators here that provide job, you know how many jobs like you are providing are helping family in their home? It's not just to go and read and go talk plenty things. When they come to empowerment, these are leaders, that the role of leaders, that what you take it. So nobody will say that I think I just fiasco, everybody know. You need a more when they say you're finished. That fear they want to put in you.
Yeah.
That fear.
Yeah. To put in fear, that's why I don't criticize them.
Yeah, then you can't criticize them because when you talk anything, then they say open the worker code. That lie. That lie. Baby, now because you must talking about, but you know how many people are attached to you? And they can't say that you have a stupid thing to happen.
I saw the resolution and I agree up with it.
Yeah, bring it up. Yeah. We're going to 1 year and say that resolution. What are you hearing? They thought that when they do that, they're going to take money and give to them.
Yes.
Now, all that did are fiasco.
And then it went down and everything.
Yeah. But then I download something I want to carry to the radio station for a minute to play the money. That whole program, I finished downloading it in my phone. I call the car said,
let them press it so good for me without saying that. Let me say it's 14 that you can go to a physical.
Yeah, I really want to go and go get it in. I use something I'll get it in. Then you play that whole thing I had in because for people after the whole thing was starting. Even when you were moving that the president, that the Togo president you joined and so. Well, only one when you took the sort. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw the whole thing.
Well, the librarian took a different.
Yeah. So the librarian I did on top to the president. Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I finished downloading everything on my phone. I called the guy. I told him I want for him to play the whole thing, even now the money, then he play the whole program. And the other people are giving no to what you doing. Because Papa will need to start selling that. Why you see me the program, I want for you to be playing it. Don't get deterred. Don't mind anything the man will say. 2020 now can be a very good opportunity. The way things going.
I ask God to bless me. God has brought where to you. He's trying we already. Nothing he did. The only strong woman. So good numbers.
Yeah.
We can look at what they thought they could do for the people.
Me, I am so down there, but I mean, the way things going, I can't support that me. That may get win election.
I'm not winning.
I mean, I go, but you can win. I can't support you. Yeah, clear.
No, I'm not winning. What our expectation was would be with MDRF to be on.
Yeah, but I saw something that when I really surprised me was good to see. You know, remember MDR, I saw the thing on the newspaper and things. I said, what? The man when got that December. The papi said was skeptical. We had to go talk to the papi. You see, some of the things people don't understand you. Some of the things God can give you the vision and things that you were very skeptical for you to go, oh, maybe they say, oh, I was there. They just gave it to the man. The man that did. The man said, If you want to do that thing, you could not come back to the executive committee member and say, oh, because I go on the people party, they say I'm going to do this. You just go to your there, do it.
Right. It shall come back to us.
So I come back. Oh, this is I only doing it because I want the presidency, but we'll still unite our party, we'll still do our party. The men win that.
If you come back, we're not going to agree because Boyka did his assessment on the 2017 election. You know that he wanted, there were not going to be no vote from Pitana.
Yes.
And she was with Liberty Party and they were in court with Musa Betu Denku. So to present Yomi as a running mate, Musa didn't have to agree and they were not going to agree because they were for comments.
Yeah.
So the only way out there was for Nema County to bring a VP to win.
And you know, coming try it to say that you're going and will not come in support for that angle. You are coming to lose the election.
Yeah, go on to him say, I'm a senator of MDR. So that's cool. The cool had to I'm a senator of MDR. So let MDR and UP sign the document. We produce a VP, you produce a senator. You're going to agree because I wanted to be president and you wanted to be mad.
Yeah.
But it's cool being greedy for power, always zealous for power. You throw MDR away.
Yeah.
Then put Kennedy on me to unseat me.
Yeah. That's what it did. But by God's power, God did not agree to that plan.
God did not agree.
Yeah. But nobody can be to that Nima. Today kind of politics girlfriend. Now you're influence. Who can go on and win election to that place? Will all him being vice president or they will can win election to that place with all your influence. So that one thing they get to know when God bless any people, you can't sweat them. You sweat them, that God is sweating.
It's sweating, right.
Yo.
The elders there, after they gave so many gifts to the president to vote, they give me a key. I walk in say,
all right.
They say, good. As long as you live, we are with you.
All right.
Nobody will contend against you unless you die in the chair before we are released.
Okay.
But we cannot tell our backs why you are living.
Yeah. Because they appreciate what you're doing. They appreciate what you do for this country. That their God will continue to give them the opportunity to live long. That means the Bible talks about appreciating people who always help you. That the private women they don't appreciate people who help them, who stand by them. Today you keep to politics, it's because of you. You the one brought most of the people in politics. But today when they move on, you see how their life can be. Yeah. And continue to do what you're doing for the people of Nima. God has to pay for you. So don't be deterred of what they menacing and things that they just brought out on it that was scared to be afraid. Yeah. Yeah, to be afraid to say I'm a contest. Yeah.
Oh, but the only thing where I saw was just pray for long life. For God continue blessing and strength. Please. If I'm strong to now, they got me to contend with. I saw that I was found if I could confront because you are my friend.
Yeah. But it will be a very clear thing for you. You will say, okay, but they may sound and walk back, why you did not do it?
Why
then all why you sounded. So that is that I just gave him for me. That's me. I'll let you talk about that team, man. Now people just do that thing, they told like just can go tell you money and just can bring it to them and say, oh yeah, it's funny here. Then they are coming to school, we go grow it. But America is very scared. America for their own country. They think how to improve their own citizen life. That's only they can go spend money.
Right. So right now, I will assign a little letter to pay. It is not paid. It is really a criminal. I will say, but I assign what you need.
Yeah.
That day, just when I get a very quick thing, so if I get one, I can have.
Oh yeah, but you do it. I've been done when you are beginning with we got that sense on the me get to him. Let me play him, please.
Okay, right.
Okay. An early morning conversation there. He wasn't well. You could tell from his voice. He even stated that the place where he sneezed. He said you could tell that he wasn't well before his his death. That was days after the dedication of that hall at his university, and all of that. He spoke quite passionately about education. Yeah. So I see why he had a school in Montserrat, he built a university in Nimba, and you can feel his mindset about education. How if he was president, what he would do about UL being the number one and all those kinds of things. He also spoke about issues of the rule of law. You know, spoke about rule of law. What's happening of capital? You know, he's one of those who was supporting the removal of the speaker. He stated clearly that he wants all this not because of vote against him, but he said they should follow the rule of law, and all of that. He also spoke about the politics of 2029, what his disappointment is, or wars in the government, and all those kinds of things. Very interesting, and it gives you a deeper insight. And it's like, sometimes before people reach their depth, it's like they can have some feelings about it. The way he sounded in the end, if I'm strong 2029, they'll have me to contend with. Something about where he talked about the elders giving the king, unless he dies in the chair, all those kinds of things. 777-700, our guests are here, so let's take a few calls. 777-700-995, 555-995-995, the numbers to call, and you will be through to the OK Conversation. I thought we needed to give him that respect to hear his final thoughts on different things that happened in the country. You can tell that he wasn't really well before that falling off. The weakness in his voice and all those kinds of things. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Jesus.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Thank you, Jesus, for having me on your platform. CRC Imara and Super Junior of the Intelligent Class. This is number 14. Let me say good afternoon, Library, following your show. Thank you for playing that SF from the late senator. Jesus for his voice. I had his resentment against him because of his war history, as I sit back quiet and listen to the assessment played by you, I felt some relief. And I do not hold any resentment against him again, because what happened in the war was the war.
And he keeps repeating the story that he saved 8 million of the country money. He didn't use it. He turned it over to the intro. He keeps saying that, and no one has disputed that. I don't know if it is true.
So he actually fought for his people, he fought for this country on a lot of transparency for every Liberian. But on the government of the day, probably he looked like a girl who was looking for a serious relationship, but everything's something then. Okay? that's why I feel like, but then he's some real girl who he later tried to go back to a man who he thought didn't do well for him. That was such weird. I think that's the reason why he's calling.
Okay.
Have a meeting with them.
Thanks. So kindly, let's take this one. Welcome. Let's hear you.
How are you, Julius?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, and thanks for the opportunity. Well, Julius, listening to the voice you just played, I'm not surprised. May your soul rest in peace, Julius. And whatever you've been saying, personally, as me, I have a personal relationship with Senator Johnson. Throughout the first year, Julius, I never traveled and came back to this country. I'm saying this is on record. His special assistant or his AD, I don't be listening to this show. I never came back to this country, Julius. We are either bringing wash, we are either bringing suit, we are either bringing something, some present for Senator Johnson. So he always used to call me, my son. That's the kind of relationship that we have. A few weeks ago, before I came back to the country, Senator Johnson called me. He called me, and I missed this call and I called back. When I called back, he said, "Oh, my son, of the country currently. He said, my son, when you come back to the country, please come to my house because I visited his house on occasion. He said, please come to my house. I said, Papa, I didn't feel we all knew the era and he said, yes. He said, what the chief? He said, the chief is I left him home. He said, okay, tell him that I want to see him, but when you can't come to me. So I know for a fact that Senator Johnson was really frustrated. He sent me a long message, and that is with me also. I know Senator Johnson was really frustrated on the manner and form he's being treated, or he was treated. To the extent where, the person he made president, the president called a speech for him, the president refused to answer him, the president stopped talking to him. Johnson has been around power. All he knows is power. So for him to fight level and bring it to power and to the extent where you neglect him, that alone
allegedly.
I know for a fact that, look, I said we spoke.
Yeah, but that we the journalist term, because I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking? Okay. So I say allegedly.
Okay, me, I'm not using allegedly.
Yeah, but I want you to use it. Say you on my platform.
But you know, that
yeah.
When you're reporting your news.
Yeah, but put it there, man. You saying that you my platform. So please put it allegedly there.
No, but it's sad, just the way in which Senator Johnson was treated. It's really sad for him to be calling in that manner and form and requesting that our president and going to his home for us to go to his home. And even Saturday was supposed to meet President Weah. It just showed that they are ingrate. There are people that are so ungrateful still around.
Okay.
And I don't think the way Prince Johnson was treated, it was the appropriate way.
Thanks. So let's take this one from the side of the government, the supporter of the government, not the government spokesman. Hello.
Good afternoon, Julius.
Mr. Robert Wilson.
How are you, my brother?
I'm fine, good.
We last saw each other.
Sure.
This is so pathetic coming from Glasgow, a former special aide to former President Weah, to public on radio and spew out lies. President Weah was president when he won the pulpit and called Prince Johnson a killer. Can you remember that? You got a recording? He called the late Prince Johnson a killer in the church on the pulpit. No time Ambassador Boyka, the current president, ever got a speech from Prince Johnson. If you're looking for political solace, you should have done it when he was living.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have recording of Senator Johnson saying that the president wasn't taking his calls anymore, like his number was blocked. He said that.
Yeah, so get President Boyka side. Because we are sad that he called Prince Johnson a killer. They made you call killer.
And Prince Johnson called him killer too. Both of them should talk during the elections. I can remember that.
So who on record for calling Prince Johnson a killer?
Okay.
So that's what the South Spirit kind of lies.
Okay.
You call President A. You must be able to provide credible information to the public.
Okay.
Okay?
But since Senator Johnson, the late Senator Johnson, accused the president of not taking his call. Hold on now. I'm saying.
He wakes up in the morning, comes to work. He's not saying that to Jamaica Resort or nowhere to say he's relaxing. He comes to work every day and making sure that this people is on the right trajectory.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly. Let's take two more. Welcome quickly. Let's hear you.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, activist and let me say good evening to the people in Radio Land. This is activist Martin Render, and I do join you this evening from Field, the biggest in the leisure center you find in the Fifth Estate. And thank you. First of all, let me extend my deepest condolences to the Johnson family and the people of Lima County in particular. Having said that, that's a yet. If you were to critically analyze what is happening now on the both sides, being in opposition, you will realize that automatically, since the death of
campaign has begun.
And I think he will still be relevant to 2029 even in his death. Yeah, I think he'll still be relevant.
Campaign for 2029 has begun since the death of the late Senator Fisheries. What do I mean by that? Everywhere to look at those two regulations that coming from the both sides, one from the opposition side and the opposition side, you realize that people are fighting for dominance and trying to rob on the intelligence of the people of Nima County so to at least improve vote. Come 2029, I believe about this funny time, we shouldn't make people of Nima County, we should move the senator and wait for the appropriate time.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Let's squeeze in this one. Quickly, let's hear you.
Hello, Julius. My name is Mamesi Kaba. The truth is, the president of the Republic of Liberia, the current president, had an ungrateful to Senator Johnson, and he demonstrated that even with the death of Senator Johnson, the only way he could remember and respect Senator Johnson's dead body, it was to go and have an elaborate birthday celebration that he didn't have to have. He could have postponed it or even rescheduled it, but then he decided at this time. And the better truth is, the vice president is not a good, he doesn't appear to be a good person. Senator Johnson being his godfather, seeing that the president is disrespecting this man's body, the man is having a party, he joined the man. And somebody wants to get fair to Kalasco. Was it Kalasco that held the press conference and said that the president is not answering your call? Senator Prince Johnson said, I think on so many occasions, no one came and made clarity. The God-fair truth is, I'm a Muslim. I believe that there's time for everything. I believe that it is God that takes life. But when you look at it from the human aspect, this government contributed to Senator Johnson.
Well, thanks so kindly. We will leave that one there. You know that. Okay. So this is the OK Conversation. A quick break. Our guests are here. This is going to go on and on. He was a controversial figure when he was alive. Even in death, the controversies will continue. And people say, oh, he will not be a Finina Nimba. I don't think so. I really think he will still be quite a relevant person in his death, even in the upcoming senatorial elections in 2029 in Nimba County. I really do think so. This quick break.
Time, the gist of pride, so smooth, so fine. From coast to coast, we are feeling free. Lone Star beer for you and for me.
Hey, baby, what are you talking about?
It's Lone Star beer.
Lone Star beer? Tell me more about it, baby.
Yes, Lone Star beer, the newest beer in town. It refreshes your mind, cools your temple after a stressful day of work. Try a bottle and you will surely love it.
Wow, so refreshing. Where can I find Lone Star beer?
Lone Star beer is available in shops, stores, and marketplaces. It is proudly brought to you by Soso Premium. For sales and inquiries, call your number +231 555 364105. Lone Star beer. Drink responsibly for 18 years and above.
For my African girls, them, my American girls, them, my European girls, them, come and dance on the dance floor.
Okay, welcome back. This is the OK Conversation on OK FM 99.5. We have with us Albert K. Samukai, Chief NRF Program Officer. Who is Albert? Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jazz. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Okay, and NRF is the National Road Fund. Okay, we also have with us Victor H. Wallace. Is this senior or junior?
Junior.
Okay, junior. Senior resource. Okay, that's Resource Mobilization Director. Is it from NRF or from Transport?
Absolutely, NRF.
Okay. We also have, is it Dave Dewo?
Yeah, Dave Dewo. Yes.
Okay, Dave Dewo, Coordinator, TSU, MOT, that's Ministry of Transport. What is TSU?
Technical Support Unit, sir.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Welcome. You can please leave the mic.
Yeah.
Good. So, this, I know I'm supposed to have the stuff for the axle load.
Yeah.
Good. So, this whole axle load thing, what is it? Who are we starting with? The transport man.
Yes,
Let's start with the transport guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is axle load?
Well, axles are the unit of tires on the trucks or any moving vehicle. So those different units, those set of tires are called axles. So the load that those axles carries are what we're here to discuss today.
Okay. Okay, so what is it then? Give us some practical examples of that.
Well, now, those axles on the trucks, if you don't manage the weight on it, it destroys the road. It creates potholes and pothole enlargements and then road cut into pieces and stuff like that. So, since 2015, the National Legislature passed a law. So that's a copy here. Passed a law for that. And Ministry of Transport is heading this particular endeavor. So we have had a series of, when you enforce, you get some benefit out of that enforcement. So the beneficiary of that enforcement will be the National Road Fund to redevelop our roads with the funding that will be, or the fines that will come out of that.
Okay, so let's go to Albert then. How does the NRF factor in this?
Okay, thank you, Julius. The National Road Fund basically was established to finance the maintenance of all public roads and bridges across the country. And the way we do that is through road user charges. So working with the Ministry of Transport, who is also a member of our Inter-Ministerial Steering Committee, looking at the ASO law to explore different opportunities to bring in additional revenue for the road fund for the maintenance of roads and bridges across the country. So we're coming in as part of our resource mobilization strategy, is not just to rely on the current source of revenue that we generate, which is through levy on petroleum products. So we're trying to explore other means, and the axle law is just one of the areas. And why are we doing so? We want to maintain our roads, and so part of that is that the axle law program says it serves two purposes. One is for deterrence in terms of the users of the road, and also to generate additional revenue in terms of the penalties and the fines that we collect from the overload of these moving vehicles along the way.
Okay, you want to come in as well?
Sure. I mean, he said basically, essentially, what he said was we can't continue to live on fuel alone, as fuel levies alone, as a means of funding the road fund, because the fuel levy alone isn't sustainable enough to take on the kind of road maintenance works that the National Road Fund would like to continue to implement to keep our roads safe, to keep them well maintained for road users. So the strategy is to actually bring on the axle implementation as an additional revenue stream. But more than just a revenue stream, the whole idea is to make sure we continue to now safeguard the using of our roads and make sure they're not further deteriorated beyond the normal lifespan of the roads. But if you're implementing the regulations, road users can become conscious of their use, and they can now start taking actions to make sure they're guided by these laws.
Okay, so let's come back to the Ministry of Transport, man. People listening, let's try to be a little more simplistic, so that the drivers, everybody can understand what it is. So you are talking about fines. How can someone be a violator or to be fined in violating the axle law? What is it?
Right. So in the ECOWAS region, which we have also, which is currently harmonized with our laws now. So on the axle, you got 11.5 ton on the axle. So if you overload that axle, then you are actually um, uh, you are in violation. So there are different categories of trucks that supposed to carry certain amount of load. I think you can see the different trucks there. So if your truck is having 2 axle, you can do 18 tons. If your truck got 3 axle, you do 26 tons.
So is there not another word for this axle for we the common people to understand?
No, axle definitely that's just a word that we know. I can't change that in another way. But if I were making a presentation, I would have maybe made it. I would have maybe look the unit of tires. The unit of tires on your truck is an axle. Does that make sense? And
They said number of tires or unit?
No, the unit. You see, so one tire is on the left, one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
It crosses across the car. So that unit is the axle.
Okay, so that one.
That's it. So
those two. Like let's say the 2 front tires make
and
one.
The back tire. The 2 front tires is an axle.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 back tires is an axle. It's on an axle.
So that.
And they got some cars that got 3 axles, like the Chinese truck.
Mm-hmm.
Take for example, something with a big bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst killers of our roads right now. Because the bucket is so big, so they can overload it. Now look at it. This should be the Chinese truck here. It carries what? 2 tires back, right?
Yeah.
It should be 26 tons. But on the Somalian dry road, they carry 56 tons.
Wow.
We in fact we did a survey. We went through it with them. We get them receipts and said, "Oh guys, you're overweight and blah blah blah." We did that, but they will not stop. We can start paying money when the parking not right. They won't stop.
How does that affect the road?
Right. So the road is built to keep a certain amount of weight, and if you continue to use use it in a bad way, that means overweight truck, automatically cracks the cement and the asphalt from under. And when it cracks, it creates pothole. Little pothole. Water sits in it, the large truck kind of bounces in it again, the next one. Like as it continues, it widens and it crosses over the road and it breaks. In fact, the Sumala Dry Road, one of the best roads in the country, is 56 million given to us free. That road, as we speak, I did a survey last week, it has about 48 potholes.
Wow.
From Jamaica Road Junction, coming to Freeport, it got 16. And then for going on, in fact, the bridge now at Steel Tower is cracked. So we are in trouble. But no one sees that because, of course, I'm bad. So if you got a contract like you're drive a truck, in fact, the Tottenham Boulevard got 56 potholes from here to Junction as we speak now. So we don't check it because we dodge it. In traffic coming, with potholes on our major roads every day because those trucks are bringing cement, they're bringing in sand, they're bringing crushed rocks into the city to build these long skyscrapers, and we are in trouble.
Now, how does fining them, go to NRF, change the situation? How?
Well, thank you, Julius. The strains on our infrastructure is pronounced. And you just listen to Dave just outline some of the challenges there. To just go back a little bit in terms of answering in a simplified version of what they asked. Basically, you got a car and you're putting more weight in it than it should carry. That's a problem and it affects the road. So what is the National Road Fund doing? Because part of our responsibility is to ensure that our roads are well maintained through the resources, the financing that we generate. And when we see that in terms of trying to move towards capitalization of our road across the country, because we're making capital investment. The money that we spend on the roads, the capital investment that we're making. So as a way of sustaining the investment that we make and try to generate the necessary dividend from it, we're working with the Ministry of Transport to bring into force the actual law in terms of how we can regulate. Because if we don't do that, we will find ourselves building more roads the demand for road is increasing by the day, and we find ourselves wanting to build more roads, but we're not maintaining the roads. So the actual low law is one of the areas that we want to really use, bring innovation to it, so as a way of not just serving as a deterrence, for the road users, but also as a way to generate additional revenue to do the maintenance of more roads across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julius. So I just wanted to just throw a little highlight on what he just mentioned, just to expand the ideas. You talk about the outcome. What it could possibly do is give an attitude shift. So if I'm aware that my axle is overloaded, I will start to take action from my way of station, from my point of station, and make sure it's weighed properly and the load is well regulated, so that I don't have to go into paying fines. You're right. So there's an attitude shift, and if both parties get to win, because when you have your load regulated, of course you protect the integrity of the road in a way. So it's a win-win.
Now, one of the major questions I believe will be, how will you know that this truck is overloaded? How will you know that what are you going to do to know the person is carrying beyond the required ton?
Thank you, Julius. Before that question, I wanted to throw light on also what my colleague was just talking about. So, Julius, the law says that every platform or company that works with at least 50 tons per year should have a weight station in-house. The law says that. So when you leave in your premises, say, OK FM produces bread. If you're taking your bread from OK FM before you get on our road, you weigh your bread before you go on our road. So if you don't do that, when we catch you in violation, you pay from where you started destroying the road from. So it will cut you in Ganta. We'll calculate from Ganta to where you from OK FM to Ganta. And you pay the different calculations because they already started your law from. So now coming to your question, can you your question was,
how will you know?
How would I know? We have we hope to have soon some 1.5 million depending the size. So there will be a partnership that would start with that, and they will have a commission, and the road fund will have her commission to work with. This is how we look. Now, at the station, when you get at the station, they got 3 different kind of stations. They got a static, they got a weighing motion, and they got a high-speed weighing system. We can weigh you. We can even see that you are overloaded from, let's say, from Italy Junction while you're on your highway coming because it's built on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can build that too. And they got camera system on that you can also detect from far. But here, what we're going to start with, the weighing motion. As you cross by the weigh station, so your tire passes by, the computer picks up, give your ticket, say you are in violation. And the tons are there. You either offload in one of the warehouses around, or your truck is parked.
But we have different roles. So how are you going to do that?
Oh no, we're going to have weigh station in different, in strategic places. That we can give some names now.
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
you can.
We got 3 out of 4. We got 3 out of 4 at the port now. Because the trucks load from the port, right? So they leave from the port, they go all the way around. Some of them leave from the port to Ganta. Julia, you'll be surprised that from Rafi Highway, for the rock crusher, the trucks are leaving from the rock crusher from Rafi Highway to top of the mountain in Yekipa.
Wow.
Yeah, not that. So when you go to Ganta, the bridges you bouncing like that.
Yeah.
That was at the truck. 200 trucks per night. So we're making that money on our expense. They make the road, get destroyed by other people who don't care.
Because somewhere on that Ganta road, I don't know if it was the building before reaching.
After Parana.
Yeah, you experienced.
I know that because I drive on the road every day to check those things. Julia, we're in trouble. If we don't fight now, you remember back in the days, a couple of years ago, before the Somalia Dry Road, when you were picking the friend number and you know that she or he lived that way, and you know that you're not going to see. So you say if Afro Banavia says, okay, look, you know what? I'll call you back. Road is necessity. I live on a little, there's a little back pass on the Police Academy Road. That road was cut. But when they face that road, I see young children passing by that road every day. They can't walk. They don't want to walk. Road is life. We don't see that here. So this is why the Ministry of Transport, having a full regulatory mechanical structure in this country, will fight to protect roads as they build the roads.
You speak with this passion and the technical know-how and all of that. Usually, the problem has been implementation and other factors coming in. Now you may have that, you could put that system in place, and then some kind of powerful company that has these trucks and their calls start to come in from different places.
Yeah, I didn't bring my folder, but let me tell you, I put files on the record. I don't want to call the name a lot, but they do a lot of trucking. So the big trucking companies are on record already. They should have a weight bridging house. If you don't have a weight bridging house, we will fine you. You will pay your fines. No one bigger than our laws.
Do we already have like figures for the fines? Like if you have to also weight over,
your fines first. You gotta weigh fees that you need to pay. If just because we don't know what in your truck, if it's having load, the weigh fees will be weighing is $10 to weigh your truck. If you're not in violation, that's all you. Bye bye. See you. No problem. But if you're in violation, it's $40 per ton.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you were 10 tons above, you pay 400.
Yeah, calculate that. That's it. But Julia, it's not about money. Don't get me wrong. Road fund can survive without the asset load. Road fund will, because if the road are not being spoiled, road fund will not spend money. Yeah. So it's to deter them. So we got mobile weight bridges. So if you put a cell in your truck and you took the back road, you found right to the gate, waiting for you there with our other equipment. So, Julia, I think people shouldn't look at it as only money. No, we want to stop the road fund roads being destroyed. That's the first thing.
So,
okay,
see as a form of preventive maintenance strategy. All right. Yeah.
So just to add to that, Julius, you realize that the neighborhood roads that we built using chip seal, right? You find out that the very big, heavy trucks with sand, crushed rocks, they're moving in those communities, and they are just destroying the roads without any repercussion. So we want to find a way to address that, to not just in isolation. We're trying to work with all of the stakeholders involved, the trucker union, these companies, concession companies that operate very large moving vehicles and those kinds of things, so that when we roll it out, where everybody is aware that this is the enforcement that is in place, and we all can work together to maintain our infrastructure.
Okay. I think we need to take some calls. But before we do that, is there any other thing that I didn't?
No, I think you touched everything.
Yeah, because there's a technical.
Yeah, you don't want to care public.
This discussion and all of that. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. Is it only about trucks? There are these bigger pickups. They're not part of it.
No, only trucks.
Okay.
Because trucks take more.
What about the Kia motors?
No, Kia motor. The Kia motor is a truck. That's the Kia motor right here.
Yeah, because is it there because the American version of truck takes into consideration pickups too?
No, but we don't do that here.
Oh, okay, so pickup
only
and truck.
Kia motors. Yeah.
777-700-995, 555-995-995. The numbers to call. Someone says, let me see this message quickly. Freddie Bongo, 2 major death traps at the Jarlatham Road, and nobody paying attention. The road is sinking. 2 cuts in the middle after the gas station. There's a similar thing on the 72nd Boulevard, somewhere around Rolling Duo Estate there.
Yeah. Those are the trucks.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm black calling from Fisheries.
Go ahead.
I'm so interested in this topic today. I just put my radio on and got it. So we have a problem concerning the road building in this area. Usually the truck government use the place full of
and as for running, they can run there.
So they're saying the market intersection there, you found that the road got broken. It got bust, everything got attacked. So what happened with the government usually come the road at that place. So I think if you're talking about doing this, I think I need to come to for one station there.
Because I'm sure add to Kawa, because the trucks usually run from the Kawa area, a whole lot of them. But thank you so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you. I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I will not come.
Okay. But yeah, you shouldn't talk bad thing and you shouldn't cause.
No, I will not talk bad.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What our people are saying there is good. It sounds good. But let me tell you, things like when it comes to traffic matter, it's very difficult for it to work, Julius.
Why?
Difficult in sense very good. Difficult in sense that when a police officer is working on the road, you are aware, once there is a resident is this, there will be too many telephone calls. And they will bypass all of those things. What a brother I was saying that is good. It's very, very good. I'm not saying it's not a good idea. It's a very good idea. But implementation of that particular TSU or what we're talking about will be very difficult in Nigeria.
Okay. Let's see.
Yes.
777-700-995, 555-995-995, the numbers to call. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Avery. I call from Yeah, the church issue. The church people going to get on here because when the church running on our road, the church it can be running in a way that it can even stop. And accident can occur on Banana Road. So the church need to well on that to stop the accident.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. This person says, please tell your guests that get bad to diesel Kawa Road getting bad. Kimasha, that's not what we're discussing. That was probably words when it comes. Kimasha and Green memorial cares are completely damaged now and they are really bad. No, we're not. Ishmael Willie, it's that probably was get them. The other level, that different level. Welcome, let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm Eddie D. Elliott. I call from my UN Grand President.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, we want to say thank you very much for the people in studio, and we urge them, let them please, because at least in order to work with the Ministry of Public Works, the road safety department is a very good thing, and the road now, we are in dry season. We want to see a road rehabilitation and good roads now. We want to see the Ministry of Public Works working. Because this time around, we're not going to sit down and say, oh, let's wait for the next dry season. We are already in dry season. We should expect that even right to the Bowser community and Capitol Hill intersection, the road is bad right to the entry of the executive mansion. So we call on them to please double up the effort. We want to see good road.
Okay, thanks.
Start working now.
Thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly. They will always tie in with public works. Go ahead, let's hear you. Hello. Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Emmanuel Fisheries. I call you from 10th Street.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what your studio guests are saying are very good, and looking at the issue of actual law establishment, I think it can work in the Republic of Liberia because there are other African countries that have employed similar ideas, like the issue of toll gates that went ready in Sierra Leone, and with the issue of care action, I think it will help with the long lasting of our rules. Because once fines are imposed on people who are going to misuse our infrastructure, we have to do with rules. I mean, once they pay those fines, definitely we will take necessary precaution in preserving our rules. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so kindly as well. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. When it comes to the toll gates, who is responsible for that?
Yeah, so again, we work with the Ministry of Transport on that, but we stay exploring the possibility of
good. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. Welcome, let's hear you. Hello. Hello. Okay, let's do that. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Julia. My name is Benjamin Isik, and I call you from the Banana Road.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Julia. I want to think the few of them. You guys are doing. They are doing very well. The idea is very fun. But I want to say that believe that the idea that brings are always good at bringing idea, but the implementation part of it becomes difficult. Imagine
transporting iron ore in truck. Imagine that. People are transporting iron ore in truck. So there will always be some kind of higher up city somewhere, and at the end of the day, you have almost all of the stations to monitor those trucks, but those higher up will take it into the system, and that's all right. Honestly, because all around the country, you see, there's outside the road. The roads are all deplorable. For us doing such a road, it's difficult because we are vulnerable to everything. So until they can stop the people from holding a hand over from money to Monrovia,
no, so that's what they say. There's a certain capacity they're supposed to carry. They're not supposed to overload. It is the overloading that can spoil the road. It is not the truck being on the road with the exact load.
Right. I agree with them. Right, I agree with them. But I just thinking that even when they have all of those projects, they will tell people to monitor and tell on the implementation after a
sure.
where Liberians are all body aside.
Okay, thanks so kind. Okay. Welcome. How are you? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is from Kawa.
Who?
This is from Kawa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know if you're talking about the weight in the car, but they're not talking about who are dressing the iron on the road.
What? The way where they buy radars? Yeah, then sometimes the bike too can put their stand down and they do quam for it to show that. Okay, thanks so kind. Welcome, let's hear you.
How you doing?
I'm fine, go ahead.
How will they know
what is your name first? Let us know you before you ask them.
Okay, my name is Isaac Kofi Come from Brazil.
Okay, go ahead.
My first question is, how will they know the weight is the truck road carry?
Okay.
Now, listen, I have to you please. Because when we were coming out, even all the commercial cars, when we were coming out, we were giving commercial. Just into the driver too. They will stack out there. And how many passengers will take that car? 5 dating capacity. Tonnage of the truck. They will put it on the driver too. So we go above, we'll be arrested. But they not do that today. The truck community, that's like you are going to come, so you are not going to talk. I will come and show people what they're going to be doing. They're not doing not only to road behind the money. To register a car without being a document. They're not only for the money. Why is the safety of the passenger? The car don't have no boot on it. The car has no brakes. The car has no light. To register it, you can free one flash sheet to your hard car. So who calls for the other even private? It's the Ministry of Transport. They not do that work. They're not going to collect money. Where is the safety of the passenger? Julia?
Okay. Thanks so kind.
Flash sheet for you is that car. You register it, they make that car. You see the car. Don't say when you register a car, they will see the car has 5 good tires, the car has brakes, the car has triangle, the car has fire. You register a car, they go work here for fire. Sure. That makes sense with everybody. Why does it work you do? First, you got to inspect it, you're going to make sure that your car is road wanted. Not only to collect money. The car is road wanted.
Thanks so kindly, sir.
All right.
Okay, welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius.
Yeah?
Thanks for the show.
Go ahead.
Julius, I think that is a very difficult part because the reason is very simple. I think they will have to have people to where they are loading the rocks or sink, or they will have to have an equipment that will have to weigh after the truck and load the sink or rock to know the amount of weight they are taking. And we will to see the implementation aspect and the enforcement aspect. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so kindly as well. Let's see who's on this side. Welcome. Hello.
Good afternoon, OK family.
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you. Our caller family.
Okay, yeah. I think that particular thing that the man is talking about, they have to get it, BCM or it. Look at the road that
Aye, you went off. Oh. Yeah, I really wanted you to say what you wanted to say, but you went off. I don't know if you're harmonized or what.
Hello?
Yes, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, good evening.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Richard Father. I call you from my New Jersey. Yeah.
Go ahead, Richard.
Yes, I have two concerns for the guys in studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one is the fines that will be posed or will be levied against this church will not increase the burden of the ordinary people. That's the first one. And then the second thing is, most of the time, because of this reckless driving, people just go and take the sidewalk and other things that will build the light, food and other stuff. So I want to know as to whether these guys can be found too, because sometimes they are reckless and the car don't have good brake and other stuff. They put the road, they destroy the road. Because you go to another country, if you are a driver and you make accident and you destroy the street, once you are wrong, the police find you or the transport ministry find you and you pay for the face and everybody.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. This may be the second to last. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello. Okay, we lost you out there. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, we say to a calling from Cardwell.
Go ahead, sir.
Actually, my brother, those people are see that they are insincere to Liberians. Let's take for instance, since gasoline price start to jump, when have they come out to seek the interest of Liberians, especially this transport ministry, so as to effect policy that will help Liberians in the process of decreasing transport fare? Since that time, they will sit there.
But that one different. I had the transport ministry mayor and they talk about the August transport fares are the one infos are different too. We're talking about it today. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let us do it like this. We try to bring in the ministers, the transport people, so they can talk that particular one about transport fares and all of that.
Yeah, because that is the immediate effect of our thank you.
Okay, thanks so kindly. But the other one got effect on you too, the transporting the road, so it got effect. Let's go back to our guests now. They have a whole lot of concerns to address. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I will just go through some of the points. Then the other two gentlemen will address them. Somebody spoke about the enforcement that nothing will work. What we want to tell you is that this is a private capital that we're trying to solicit. So it means that a private financing coming into it is not just going to be operated by the government. We have a private company that we're still working in modalities way to be responsible for the enforcement of it, while we have some of our representatives from the Road Fund serving as compliance officer. So we want to assure you that it's going to work. Once all of the modalities are being done, we hope that we'll go into enforcement next year. But what we want to do is to have significant stakeholder engagement, the trucker unions, the guys in the port, the concession companies, just the general public, just to get aware of that. On the road safety thing, I think it's a very critical issue in terms of we build the roads to keep people safe, not to kill people. So part of that is, one, we have to ensure that these roads that we're doing, we have to impose the road safety features into them, and then start to hold those road users accountable in terms of how they use it. So working with the Ministry of Transport, the Road Safety Secretariat there, as well as the Ministry of Public Works, will ensure that the adherence to road safety is being done. So I will stop here. Those are the two I wanted to talk about it.
So,
and then,
just to add on, Juliet, I listened to the callers, and what I realized without taking accurate stats was that I think about 80% or so pretty much welcome the initiative. They were happy with the idea. And I think the other 20% expressed concern over implementation. I think, and I can understand where they come from. I can understand the concern because there's a tendency with holding people accountable in our country. And not to dwell much upon that, I just want to give some level of assurance that, like he rightly said, this is a multi-stakeholder governance exercise, and so you can only rest assured that the level of governance and oversight with the execution of such a project wouldn't be taken for granted. I'd like to also assure them by saying that a lot of studies have gone into this. This is where you see like the NRF coming in. a lot of investment have been done. This is not just getting up today and saying we're going to roll out Axolo. A lot of efforts, a lot of initiative, a lot of people have identified challenges, and even as we're speaking, we're still putting together operational framework to ensure there's compliance at all levels. Everything is being done to ensure that we have accountability, we have transparency, and we have our enforcement on point. So we're not just leaving it with the growth fund and the Ministry of Transport. We're involving even the law enforcement authorities as well. We're bringing on the national police to support this effort. So I can, like I said from the onset, I can understand how people can get easily frustrated, from when you follow the trend of the past and see how things happened before. But we need to understand this is a new dispensation. This is a new system. This is the first time we're rolling out Axolo. Give us the benefit of the doubt. We can assure you that it's going to be well this time around. Thank you.
Okay, transport.
Yeah, every time I hear people say, this country here, when you come to dating here, will not work. Sometimes I get turned off on that, but because you can't just be that, throw things up, in a blanket form. Look, Axolo control management is all over the world. It's in the United States, it's in Europe, it's in Kenya, it's in Ivory Coast, it's everywhere. In fact, Ivory Coast they even do the dimensional control. If your container is high up to 7 high, you pay extra for that. Axolo program will not go away. It's here to stay. One. So I heard someone ask a question about, you got to go where they'll be loading. Yes, of course. We just said it earlier that any company that deals in more than 50 tons per year, you will have to have your own weight breaching house. That means that we want to know if you got to, the inspection is in the law, where if you put it on record and you don't have your weight breaching house in 2 years, you will pay 100,000 United States dollars, total road, national road fund, because that means you are in violation. That's just one side of the story. And then even if we look at, someone said companies bringing iron ore from other places and transporting trucks. Yeah, we know that. That's why we're here, because we know the roads cannot be built less than 4 or 5 years and getting potholes, and we don't address the potholes. The bridges are cracked. There's a bridge from Buchanan. You know that bridge that cracked in Buchanan? Mm-hmm. Black Mountain runs 250 trucks sometimes a month. They leave from Buchanan 9 or 10 o'clock. I think they reset more than 2-3 years, Julius. Wow. They come from Buchanan to Black Mountain with their chemicals, and they destroy our road while we're sleeping. And then you got trucks coming from Guinea, coming into Liberia, from the borders. Ganta. So we know these things, and what we're here to do is not to harm anyone, is to help our country to be like other countries that are doing well. So, and the last one I want to tell you before you come to that is so at the weigh station, you see how will we know the weight? There will be weigh stations that when you pass through, it will be well structured, with good professionals, young professionals. You can deal with, you can work with. You have your driver ID identification put in the system, and your weight will come up. You will see your name on it, and you will see your violation. If you're not sure, you want to go anywhere and weigh your truck, it will come to the same number, because our machine got tolerance system on it. When you just pass through, weigh motion, you don't have to stop, just pass through, you are registered, and you will be weighed. So I think those who have doubts, your doubt will be clear in the first quarter of 2025. We'll make sure that this works.
Okay. Hope when it starts to work, you invite some of us so we do some videos and see how the whole thing works. Yeah. But thanks so kindly for being here. We appreciate you all. Let's take a very quick break. Next up, the National Elections Commission. What has been happening there? Some aggrieved employees will be our guests right here on OK Conversation on OK FM 99.5. My name is Julius J. This break. Thank you.
Time, the gist of pride, so smooth, so fine. From coast to coast, we are feeling free. Lone Star beer for you and for me.
Hey, baby, what are you talking about?
It's Lone Star beer.
Lone Star beer? Tell me more about it, baby.
Yes, Lone Star beer, the newest beer in town. It refreshes your mind, cools your temple after a stressful day of work. Try the bottle and you will surely love it.
Wow, so refreshing. Where can I find Lone Star beer?
Lone Star Beer is available in shops, stores, and marketplaces. It is proudly brought to you by Soso Premium. For sales and inquiries, call cell number +231 555 364105. Lone Star Beer. Drink responsibly for 18 years and above.
For my African girls, them, my American girls, them, my European girls, them, got me dance on the dance floor.
Attention, attention, attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen, we have air fryers, juice makers, pressure cookers, freezers of all sizes, and all the modern kitchenwares you can think about. From the bedroom, we have top-of-the-line, exquisite beddings to give you that great night's sleep because you have earned it. And soft, comfortable towels for your bath. And in the living room, we have high-definition TV sets of all sizes, unique aerial rugs, classy curtains in all the colors you desire, wall paintings of different sizes and colors, furniture, and everything you can think about for the home. All that at unbelievable prices. We even have low-voltage, high-quality washing machines and dryers to keep your clothes fresh and new at all times. As a bonus, we have fashion accessories for both the young and the old, designer quality bags, hats, and rare jewelries. So if you love yourself, your family, and your home, it's time to treat it right. Visit Home Sweet Home on Benson Street between Center and Buchanan Streets for that needed upgrade. You can call them on 0886 834 944 or 0770 581 420. Home Sweet Home for the love of a classy home.
Hello, my people. My name is Angel Michael. Whenever I'm traveling from here to Ghana, I don't rap plane anymore. You know why? Because I can ride a bus that get comfort more than even a plane. This one, I've been into talking. Fidelix Transport Incorporated. Bring to your face brand new modern buses that will make you to even forget about airplane. Go rap plane. Like your business. I will rap a bus. That's my business. But you know why? I will enjoy my ride and I will get the same comfort. Then when I see you in Ghana, I will laugh. I say, look at it, John. Fidelix Transport Incorporated. They are in Liberia. Resa Simose, top of Village, baby. And you know what? They leave on every Saturday to carry you straight to Ghana. With Fidelix Transport Incorporated air conditioner buses, I can enjoy their buses too much, man. Airport will get empty again. Then the bus parking at top of Village near the Simose will get packed again. Easy. I'm talking, you don't even get one question to ask me, say, hey, Angel Michael, I really want to go Ghana because all the other buses that I can be riding, no air condition. Then by the time we reach, the doors can take over our Balejele Cowboys. Don't worry, they can take your goods from Ghana straight to Liberia. And they can take goods from here to straight to Ghana. Don't talk about low power, they can carry it big time. For more information, call this number 0886 514950 or 0777 066896. Or if you are in Ghana and you want to call +233 244 274847. I'm telling you, go and ride the air conditioner buses that will take you to Ghana in comfort like a plane. Yes, if you reach there, tell Fidelix Transport Incorporated that I, Angel Michael, the boy who can go Ghana every Saturday on the bus. Sing it, yeah.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belta, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sailtown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We beg you, feature man.
The Liberia government will host the 15th Ministerial Conference of Fisheries Committee for West Africa, Central Gulf of Guinea, FCWC, in Monrovia from December 11th to the 13th, 2024. The International Fishery Conference will bring together regional fisheries ministers representing Nigeria, Ghana, Benin, Togo, and La Côte d'Ivoire, as well as heads of regional fisheries management organizations, bodies, international fisheries-related institutions, and international observers. The three-day International Fisheries Conference will be held at the EJS Ministerial Complex in Congo Town. During the three-day International Fisheries Conference, Liberia, through the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, will assume the chairmanship position from Ghana as the main driver of fisheries policies and good governance within the South region. Moreover, the conference will adopt a resolution named and styled the Monrovia Declaration to honor the host country. The government of Liberia, through the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, is honored to host this auspicious International Fisheries Conference right here in Monrovia, Liberia, from December 11th to the 13th.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OK FM 99.5. This is the final lap of today's presentation. We have with us one of the few times that we've had a gender-sensitive panel, very, very balanced. Some aggrieved employees of the National Elections Commission. Of course, it is an integrity institution. It's one of those institutions that we do not want to hear things that we are hearing from there. So it's important for us to always bring them and ensure that whatever is happening there is dealt with in the soonest possible time. We have Dede Moba Pusa, Director of Civic and Voters Education. Welcome, Dede.
Thank you.
You just get closer to the microphone. Welcome.
Thank you, Julius. I'm glad to be here.
Okay. We have with us Michael A. Clark, Deputy Director of Monitoring and Evaluation. Who is Michael?
Thank you.
Okay. We have Ernestine Kenya Bass, Director of Monitoring and Evaluation. Welcome.
Thank you, Julius. It's good to be here in the studio.
Okay. We have James S.B. Wallace, Director of Training and Procedures. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Is anybody among you people who received a dismissal letter?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so let's start with you right there. Tell us about your service with the National Elections Commission. How did you come to start working there?
Okay, so I joined the commission in 2013, June. I joined as an administrative assistant initially with the commission, and then I was later transferred as deputy director to the monitoring evaluation section after it was established in 2013. So I served in that position for close to 5 years, and then once my immediate boss at the time was promoted to deputy executive director, then I became director of the monitoring evaluation section, and I have served in that section close to 5 years now.
Okay, good. Let's come to James, Director of Training and Procedures. How long have you been working at NIC?
Well, I've been working at the commission since 2005.
Oh, wow.
And
you're all hand in the business.
Yeah, somewhat old hand in the business. And I joined the commission actually from the transitional team during the Judy Bryant administration. At the time, we were actually responsible for the draw out of the structure of the commission from a civil society perspective.
You can please speak louder.
Yes, we were responsible actually for the draw out of the commission from the civil society perspective. A consortium of civil society organizations of Liberia did actually propose the first members of the Board of Commissioners of the National Elections Commission, which was then headed by former Chief Justice Francis Johnson Morris, Mother Brandel, and so on and so forth, Mr. James M. Promoya, and then Madam Elizabeth Nelson, and the rest of that. So we were the first batch of employees of that entity who actually grasped the fundamentals of electoral training and capacity enhancement from the United Nations Electoral Division, which was responsible for the peace situation in our country.
Okay, good. Dada.
Yes, sir. I also joined the commission in 2005.
How come I'm not hearing you?
Do you hear me?
No. I was hearing you first. I'm not getting it. It's technical. Can you just speak again?
Hello?
Something isn't right. Share her microphone. Let's see.
Okay. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Okay, yeah. Now I can get it. So you can just give her mic back to her and take yours. I think I touched something here that I should not have touched.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Do you hear me?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell us your story, how you got there.
I joined the National Elections Commission, of course, in 2005.
Oh, you and James?
Yeah, through a highly competitive recruitment process. I first joined as an assistant magistrate assigned to Margibi County, where I stayed and worked for a year and was then promoted as the senior elections magistrate, a capacity in which I served for 6 years. And then I came to headquarters, promoted as Director of Field Coordination, managing our 19 magisterial offices across the country. And then just in July of this year, I got transferred to the Civic and Voters Education section as its director.
Okay, good. Let's end this round with Michael.
Well, I joined the commission in 2015, July. I was hired as Deputy Director for Human Resource. I served in that capacity for a few months, and I was asked to serve as administrative.
You can please come closer.
I was asked to serve as administrative assistant to the then chairperson, Councillor Jerome Kokoya. I served in that capacity till 2019 when I was transferred to the monitoring and evaluation section. So I've been in the commission for a little over 9 years.
Okay, good. Now, let's start with James on what is happening? What has been happening? What led us to where we are now? What's really going on at the commission? Just give us a little history. I know some people were here with Clarence the other time, but I've just really started following this whole neck thing. What is going on? Why are we where we are now?
Well, thank you. We where we are now because of I would say a competitive process between an authoritarian position in the outpour of administrative function versus the rights of citizens and employees of an entity to request for their just benefits. So, in short, the staff of the National Elections Commission, who are entitled to sets of benefits that have been prescribed by law in the institution's 2023 budget, have been denied those benefits. Hence, their advocacy for those benefits and Madam Chairperson's, should I say, recalcitrance to be able to respond to the need and demand of the staff in terms of the settlement of their benefits. And so we find ourselves where we are today.
Okay. You want to add anything?
Okay, Julia. So the situation at NEC is really dire. So I think there's a need for the government's intervention because we have had series of meetings with the Board of Commissioner as well as the chairperson herself, Madame Deviera Brown Lasana, and we seem not to be getting anywhere because there are still issues. There's still a lot of I want to say hard-headedness from her. She's not listening to her staff, and so we are at where we are at a crossroads, and it seems as though we are not going anywhere.
Yeah, but what are the issues of the staff? Why were you people protesting the other time?
So we were protesting for several reasons. We had a 12-month insurance in the 2023 elections budget that was shown to us at the last minute. That staff were insured for the 2023 elections and were never told. We did not see that. And we have 12 months general allowance in the budget, and we were only given 6 months. So at the end of this year, at the end of last year, we were given 2 months. They said we were given bonus. So it means that we got 6 months of our general allowance and 2 months bonus, and we have not gotten the 4 months. So just the other day, when our chairperson, in person of Madame Lasana, declared $8 million that was left over from the elections budget, from the 53 million approved budget, we had 8 million left. We were not told. It was declared to the government of Liberia before we heard about it. So we became agitated and we raised the issue of our
so this is where this thing comes in, that you people allegedly in collusion with some of the commissioners wanted NEC, all of you, to share the $8 million.
And Julius, can you imagine that? A person as our chairperson would even suggest that we want to share $8 million. I just want to go down the colloquial business. $8 million are not grumpy money that people can just share. People can just decide that they want to just share that kind of money. We had 4 months in our budget. We have 12 month insurance, and we insisted that before that money was declared, it had liabilities. And we were part of those liabilities with money. Our money, the 12 month insurance and our 4 month GA rather was part of those liabilities that were declared, and we were requesting them. Those are our legal rights. We have our just benefits. We needed it. We did a lot of work for these elections.
And why didn't it come true? Let me come to Madam Pusa. Why didn't it come true?
So I would like
because
to...
it should be a simple thing. I don't understand why we got here if it is true that there was a surplus of $8 million, and if it is also true that you all had claims on certain payments, why is it the payments were not made?
So let me begin my basis with the law. So if you went to the new elections law, section 11.1, and I'm going to read it. It reads, election expenditure to be charged on the national revenue. The election expenditure and the recurrent expenditure of the National Elections Commission, including salaries and allowances of the employees, shall be a charge upon the national revenue of the Republic of Liberia. Now we have a budget here that carries a little over 53 million. And in that budget, you have 12 months of general allowance, and then you also have 12 months of insurance. Initially, the budget was at 91 million, and then it was cut down until we eventually got to the 53. So as far as we know, the budget that we have is a legal document, and as such, it should be respected. However, in the implementation stage of the budget, there were activities that were cut down. So the first thing one begin to ask is, how did we arrive at $8 million in excess? Activities that should have been conducted were left out. So just as my colleague Ernestine said, if for any reason the election was conducted, quote unquote, with whatever amount was provided, the Elections Commission, and the chairperson saw the need to turn over whatever she saw as an excess, we think those liabilities that were owed to us as staff of the commission should have been paid, and any other liability for that matter, before making this disclosure. And you will note that even the disclosure that was made of 8 million, there were still some monies in commercial banks that were not disclosed. So we had this issue as staff to say, yes, we worked overtime. Our colleagues died. People had to pay their own monies, travel out of the country to treat themselves in service. And you had an insurance there in the budget, which was not covered. Nobody received a dime. Staff died. None of their relatives were given anything.
Talking about the insurance, is it money given to staff or given to a company?
The insurance goes through the company, but our thing is this. Because we know in time past, we used to be insured with SAL, the SAL insurance. Okay, but if you had an insurance in the budget, how come you didn't cater to the needs of the staff in terms of health, to the extent that some of them even died? So when this issue came up...
So that means the insurance company was not covering you when you had issues because the payments were not made?
So no, here's the thing. When this issue came up, when we started now to raise these concerns, then we began to get responses from our chairperson that, okay, we didn't go through the insurance because the procurement process did not go through for us to hire an insurance company. Yeah. So knowing all of this, how come you would take an excess and say you're giving it over without considering all of your liabilities? So we said, no, this is unfair to us. When you were sleeping in your comfortable bed, we were all there. We were crossing terrible bridges, sleeping in mud, working through some real tough times, working overtime, working long hours, and all of that. So we felt it was just fair enough for whatever benefit we had to be given to us.
Okay. That's Michael. We are at a point where some of you are being dismissed. More could be dismissed. Where you people want before? How is it done at NEG when you do certain things? Are you just fired like that?
Well, the NEC, like any institution, has policies that guide its employees. However, one will think that when you have an administrator who finds his or herself in a situation that the chairperson found herself in, you will make a decision in the interest of the institution and not be guided by your emotions. And I say that because the leadership of the aggrieved staff was asked by representatives of the president's office to return to work, cease the protests while the grievances were being dealt in. To come back to work after listening to the president, and we are sure that that message was even passed on to her, and start to issue letters of dismissal, then it means that you are going to exacerbate the situation. It also means that you undermine the negotiations that the office of the president was trying to conduct. And then we come Monday morning, we see an article in a newspaper, which is like a stab in the back. So that article in the Daily Observer brings to question whether what the leadership was told at the executive mansion was right, or it was just a press release cooked up by a few persons who wanted to say things that they were told to say. But we were at a point where people were agitating, and the leadership of the commission had ample time to resolve this issue. But what has happened is that on one side you have the chairperson who has maintained her position. She's now going to speak to the staff for this issue. On the other side, you have commissioners who have their heads folded and pretend as if nothing is happening and create the notion that this is a fight being orchestrated by some members of the board. What we're asking for is for all of the staff. And in time past, benefits are not exclusively for the staff. It's also for the commissioners. And they get the lion's share. So why should I, or the security or the janitor who makes $175 a month, be protesting on behalf of a commissioner who makes $5,000 to $7,000 a month? I mean, what's the rationale in it? You know?
So,
yeah.
Sorry. So let me just add up, because the question that you asked as to whether this is how dismissals are done, and I would want to say emphatically no. No. So Mr. Clark served in HR. You understand? So he knows. As a matter of fact, when you receive your appointment letter, it is coined with the consent of the Board of Commissioners, and it is signed by the chairperson. But this dismissal letter, the way in which it's written is as if it's a witch hunt for people who have braved the storm to say, hey, this is not good, it has to stop. So that's not the way, because in the first instance, you must be served a verbal warning. And if you still don't adhere to this, you can now be served a written communication. This was not done in this case. This was just summary dismissal because somebody feels they've got some iron claws and they think they can just sweep the rest of us away.
Well, looking at the content, one of the dismissal letters, I've seen the content. They say you are hereby dismissed effective immediately for having shown disrespect and gross insubordination to the office of the chairperson during the period of November 12 to 24, 2024. You left your area of assignment, blocked the commission's entrances, and prevented the chairperson from entering to carry out her duties. Furthermore, this action of yours obstructed the functions of the commission, paralyzed its operations, negatively impacted the image of the commission. These are grave allegations against you people. Why were you people doing all of these things?
Those allegations are mere fallacies. We found ourselves as a commission staff versus Madame Lassana. In fact, the Board of Commissioners does not support the action of Madam Chairperson. And a situation of disagreement erupted. As a consequence of that, the staff raised their banners and said, Madam Chairperson, this is not the right way to govern this commission. This commission is a consultative institution with respect to the way administrative decisions are taken. Apparently, you are not observing this consultative responsibility that is enshrined in the statutes for this commission. You understand, your understanding of the statute appears to be that you have an administrative authority and that you can bullwhip the rest of the members of the board as well as the staff of the commission. We said no. And so out of the demagoguery or out of the confusion of this interaction, Madam Chairperson instructs the Director for Human Resource to write other colleagues this letter of termination. And thanks to the Executive Mansion, those dismissals have been put on hold and withdrawn. The Executive Mansion had already intervened. They've made emphatic statements that those dismissals letters are not consistent with law and the trend of negotiation between the staff of and Madam Chairperson's office, and that all that were affected by this process should return to work.
Okay.
So the staff of the commission who are in fact affected by this process are back at work. They are back at their respective places of assignment within the commission, and we still await our just entitlement in the allowances and the insurance fund, which have been seized by the commission to the best of our understanding, which has been approved by the executive for release to the staff, which has not been received yet.
Okay. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. There was some notice about the commission being closed. Also, a statement from NEC today that no, it was not. It is false. And was it up? Because it seems to be a picture of a notice that was up.
Yeah. So we've come with a copy of that circular that was placed up on the bulletin. So if you may, I can just pass
sure.
it. Yeah.
So what changed overnight that it was rescinded? What happened?
So it was rescinded because the executive mansion summoned her yesterday once staff started to receive letters. So once we got the letters, we took copies of the letters and sent it to the executive mansion to the committee head that was set up, Honorable Steve Queer, that was set up to intervene and bring some resolution to the entire thing that has happened, that has been ongoing at the commission. So she was summoned yesterday and she was asked to put a halt to what she was doing, and she was asked to reopen the commission. And she should have traveled today. She was even stopped from traveling, and those are some of the reasons why the entire thing was stopped.
Okay, I need to let the public know that I messaged the communications man and told him that I'm hosting you people. He should listen if there's need for response or clarification whatsoever from NEC. We will welcome that. Evelyn Sigby, a journalist, says, just one question I'm interested in knowing. Please jot down the concerns. She talked about money being in commercial banks. What are the names of those commercial banks and how much are we talking about? 777-700-995, 555-995, the numbers to call. Let's hear you. Welcome. Let's hear you. Yeah? Yes, go ahead. Hello. Hello. Okay. 777-700-995, 555-995, 995. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Let me say good evening again to your students that activate Martin Render, and I join you again from here. I want to know from your honorable guest this year whether the commissioner alone has the larger decision to start or dismiss anyone at any point in time at any field. That's one. Two, I want to know whether those people working at any field is the show. Because during electoral processes, their lives are individual, so maybe whether they are insured or maybe whether they work along with Table 7 to also at least they let the public on that. Thank you so kindly.
Okay, thank you so kindly as well. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, how you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
everybody here.
I
just want to tell the folks in studio, I want to congratulate them for the level of professionalism they exhibited over the period of time. They were so professional. Julius, this thing came to the public by the commissioner herself. When she appeared on the OK FM, that was when I think the next day or so, another commissioner came. So those were not the people, they didn't bring it to the limelight. They maintained their cool, and they were so professional. Like other places where you know things happening, the guys just jump. The folks at NEC, they were very much professional. They kept it within until their own boss did it, brought it out. And for all indication, they did it is vindictive. Because you can't have all the other commissioner ones like you alone. You say whatever you say should be, it should be law and gospel. You can't operate like that. You shut down the commissioner, the commission because you want to travel. Is this how you even listen to the lady during the election when she responding to people? You don't work like that. You work in a professional area. You should be able to listen to the people, get their grievances, and know how to solve their problem.
Okay.
Those people went in the butches. You didn't go to the horrible places. They went in the various butches around. All they wanted, all they craved for was their benefit.
Okay.
And you want to deny them their benefit or anything because you think you all matter? It's so pathetic.
Thanks so kindly, Eric Baye. Let's take Fumbler from IMC. You were calling, but you went off. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Julius said, and I call you from Happy Corner, Watertown. You know, Julius, it sounds so frustrating to see people who labor for their country took this cross water at night. They were going from place to place, working for their country. At the end of the day, only for them to get their benefit, and they can't get it. And then one person sitting there saying that she can't agree to them, anything she says that is final. You know, they just make some of those things about a few years ago when those things were happening, and then people who are in a position today, the kind of things that they were saying, and then we see now every one of them are silent. They get stuck to this kind of a thing, but rather they are speaking on trivial issue like why somebody is shaking somebody's hand.
My man, hello?
Just sound so frustrated, you know.
Hello?
Thank you for your
Hello? The man going. I'm not. Hello, are you there? Oh no, it's not you I was talking about. But you know when you chasing a Jew and you not get her, the things you used to chase her. Yeah, sometimes you get one. You can't do it. Different. Welcome. Let's hear you, Attorney Lawrence Fambule. I am serious.
Fambule.
Mohammed, sorry. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Good evening to the colleagues in studio, particularly NSA Bears and Tere. These are colleagues I worked with many years back.
Oh, you used to be at NEC too?
Yeah, that's right.
I worked at NEC. I was the assistant magistrate.
They say you were very troublesome there.
Well, no, that's not the case, Julius.
I'm just pulling your legs, man. Go ahead.
I'm just a person who stand up for the right thing, and that's why I'm in sympathy with what is unfolding there. I've been following the situation. What I want to say to the colleagues in studio is that please exercise your civil and political rights within the confines of the law. Don't go outside the law, and we are following. If there's need to intervene, if you require taking on pro bono to represent your interests, we will do so. But as it is now, just follow the law, follow the intervention from the executive marshal. And I just want to express my sympathy with the challenges you are faced with, and we wish you the best, and we are following.
Okay, thanks so kindly for your call. Okay, let's take more. Welcome, let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. This is George Dowda Kumar, and this time around, Joey from District 13, Mosorado County.
Do you have different places you can join us from?
Yeah. Some are the District 9, District 17, most precise.
Oh, so you can be to 17, to 9, and to 13.
No. It's not 13.
Oh, 17. So it means you have houses in those two places.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. It's so frustrating. We know about this war. It comes to arrogance, Julius. Even in the church, let's leave the public place. Even in the church, the woman is a person that cannot even reason. She cannot reason. Yes. It's nothing. So
How you know? Are you in the church with her? Okay, thanks for kindly. Let's take this one. Welcome, let's hear you.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Joshua Saurobo calling from New Matap.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's so good that the executive intervene quickly. Because I want to come and leave the project, go to that place and go abroad and stay down there.
How you know if that abroad or more going? What is the meaning of abroad?
What the government supposed to go for? Not to travel.
No, but it may not be abroad. Abroad and overseas. Maybe when you cross the ocean, you go Europe, America, Asia. Yeah, maybe she was going to an African country, and we can consider it abroad. But you said the woman going abroad. I was asking how you managed to know.
She was worried because they want to leave. How would they leave your crossing the place down to go for one reason? Take the people in just first. They play another farm. You let that place there. So at least I got thank you. Everything was okay. All right.
Don't say everything okay, yo. The things they posted talking you.
They say talking here.
Well, yeah. Oh, you know they're talking.
She's not more than that Liberian.
Are you a prophet before you say she will be defeated?
Oh, but yeah, in the prophet, people hungry. When you stopping them from the benefit and teach them, taking them from job. What you think? What will happen?
You sounding fast.
Yeah. I'm so angry of that. I let you right in single here. All the time and be down there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I let you right in single.
Yeah, and we'll check how you get some of your friend in there too.
Yes, I got my friend in there.
So what a small Martinez can drive from too.
No, that's bad, but this small Martinez, I'm a hustle me. I get it, bro.
I know what you're talking. I know.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks for the call.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's take more. Yep. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, how are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much. This is Amos CGO. I call from the Christian community.
I have a whole an issue with respect to the election commission, and most especially the commission matter. Hello?
I'm not getting you, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, well, the issue here is not one person can make a commissioner. So it's the Edoban Batana is in the place and want to serve as a demagogue to the functioning of that place. I think it is fair. You have the other guys here who are working, making sure have your lead here. You are just here. And it is from their contribution you can be called as a head. So you should know that those guys, they're working with her, the commissioner.
Okay.
Just do anything else that will have the other guys to be, feeding this infringement.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's take the final one. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Melvin Ukai.
Why it took you long to call your own name? Did you forget?
And I called from Hans Group.
Go ahead.
The issue at the convention is so devastating. People try to bring elections that brought good results, and then you want to turn it around, make the people feel bad. That is terrible. In fact, you know why we're closing our commission down. I guess we had something to do on our hands, some groundwork.
Are you an employee of NEC? Hello, sir. Bossman. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Oh. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Are you an employee of NEC?
No.
Okay. You sound like one.
I don't work with NEC.
Okay.
But I feel that they should be giving that just benefit.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. And Christmas coming.
All right.
Okay, good. We'll come back to, I guess, give them 1 minute each. We'll start from you. We'll end up with him. Yeah, 1 minute each. Yeah.
All right, I'd like to comment on the message you read, the inquiry from the journalists whether there were monies in other commercial banks for that matter. At a meeting with the Board of Commissioners, we raised that issue. The question that we asked was the 8 million that was saved, quote unquote, from the 2023 general elections. The information about money based in the commercial bank or banks. Are those amounts, or is that amount a portion of it? The chairperson said no. And from information we have gathered, the financial position of the commission as presented by the CFO as of 14th November 2024, the commission has $1,469,403 $40 in the Guaranteed Trust Bank, GT Bank.
Okay.
It also had, based on that report, 102,790,000 $790,586 Liberian dollars 30 cents. In addition to that, on the mobile money platform, it has $975.58 and $1,306,551 Liberian dollars 68 cents. As I said, she admitted that these amounts in the commercial banks and on the mobile money platform were not part of the money, quote unquote, saved from the general elections.
Okay, let's come to you, madam. 1 minute as well.
Yeah, so let me just quickly deal with the issue of one commissioner making a decision. And I want to say again, by law, no. And the reliance is in the new elections law, chapter 2.4. And I will quickly read it again. Any 5 members, including the chairman, shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of business of the commission. They shall decide any question before it, and said decision shall be binding on the commission. So to that question is no.
Okay. Madam?
Yes, Julia, so I would just like to also so the chairperson brought to the limelight the issue of the commission. Julius, we have endured a lot of things in our commission for 5 years. We kept our cool, we kept quiet, because the institution is a place of integrity. So we kept quiet and we stayed within the confines of within the confines of the law and within the confines of our fence, and we tried to address these issues with our commissioners. We have had several meetings with them, and we tried to resolve this issue in-house. We worked until until Madam Chairperson decided to come to the radio and tarnish the character of the staff and the rest of the Board of Commissioners. And we are still open for dialogue. We are still open for dialogue. We are still requesting our chairperson to see the need to pay our benefits, to see the need to get rid of our executive director, because we have presented a resolution of 3 counts and 2 were paying our benefits. One was we had declared a vote of no confidence in the executive director. He cannot work with us. We cannot work with him. And we have said that clearly to her.
Okay. Let us come to him to wrap up.
Yeah, okay, Julius, thank you so much. I would like to move the conversation to an adjusted point. And the focus I would like to draw out is what the Elections Commission does normally. In a post-electoral environment, there are quite a couple of things that are done. One, we do capacity enhancement. We do electoral boundary delimitation. We do electoral law reforms. All of these different programs, as of the time we began the conversation for a search for our just entitlement, these programs are currently on hold. The commission is at a static point. These things, some of them time-bound, are not moving forward. And it's so troubling, but it doesn't seem to grasp the attention of Madam Chairperson as far as the work of the commission is concerned and the process of democratization nationally is concerned.
Okay, thanks so kindly for being here. We appreciate your being here. We hope everything goes well and is settled. Okay, my name is Julius J. Tomorrow is another day. We have with us some aggrieved employees of the National Elections Commission. We're out.